Yeah.
So it's not only about understanding our sort of our own approach and behavioral assessment and understanding how we're linked, but it really helps you understand how to deal with your team in the most important way. Can you really talk to us a little bit about sort of evaluating and working with CEOs and how you use these behavioral assessments like DISC to understand communication styles, how they're perceived, and really how to help them understand their own self-awareness?
Yeah, those are really good points, Brian. I honestly start every engagement with my clients with a DISC profile, and we compare, and I share mine with them. And then we do a debrief and go through. It's a long report, as you know. It's a 40 to 60 page report, depending on how many modules you buy. But DISC is such an important part of any engagement I do. I want to make sure that my clients and I have an open, clear line of communication. And even for the two of us, in most cases, one-on-one coaching jobs or with just me and another individual, with the two of us, it's important that we both know where we're coming from in the communication. Because if we take it as a double-edged sword, with myself communicating to you, I need to be self-aware as the CEO that the message I'm delivering is being received properly on your end. As they say, the message sent is the message received. Regardless of what I intended to say, what you heard is what the message was. So it's really, really important that as CEOs, as leaders, that we're self-aware, right? We're our body position, our intonation, our voice inflection, our eye, our nonverbal effects. There's a study by the University of Texas that talked about 93% of all communication, and this has been proven time and time again, 93% of all communication is not about the words you say. I think it's something like 58% is how you say it, and 36% or something like that is in your intonation or your voice inflection. And so very little of the message that is received is based on the words you say. It's all about the nonverbal components of your delivery. And I think what the DISC profile does is it really helps us understand where we're coming from as both the sender of the message and the receiver. So my DISC profile, for example, I'm a high D, high I. I use my hands a lot to talk. My voice inflection's all over the place. I've got a big head to start with, so my delivery is like rather ominous for lots of different reasons. So I tend to make people shy away and say things like, "Would you get out of my personal space?" So you've got to be aware of those things as you're talking to people, and know that you have that impact. And on the other side of the coin, I have to be aware, and the reason I like to do the DISC profile is, let's imagine you're a CEO talking to a team of your sales folks, a bunch of guys and gals that are out there hitting the pavement every day, selling your products, selling your wares, and you open a dialogue with them, and you've got a monotone voice, and you're talking about the P&L of the department and the metrics that should be measured on a regular basis. I mean, you're going to lose them. Their eyes are going to glass over, and they're going to be zoned out right away. Same token, when talk to a group of financial people and start talking about the energy and the pizzazz you want to see them when they go out in the field, they're going to say, this guy's wacko, and they're going to zone out right away as well. So it's important not only that you understand, you're aware of your presentation, but also of the audience you're talking to. So when I do the DISC assessment right away with a leader, that's because I want us to have an open line of communication where they understand my tendencies when delivering data, and I understand their tendencies when delivering data, because it's awfully easy to misunderstand someone, especially in this day and age when we're using multimedia like Zoom and other tools to be able to talk back and forth. Hand gestures, eye gestures, things like that can be lost. So to me, the DISC profile is probably one of the most powerful things that I do in any engagement that we start. It gives you a lot of insight on both sides of the fence there.